Good day.
Good day.
Good day again.
Good day.
Did you know that you've got 4 miles of tubing in your stomach?
I beg your pardon?
I said, did you know that you've got 4 miles of tubing in your stomach?
No, I didn't know that, no.
It's a good thing I'm here then. Aren't you interested in your intestines?
Not particularly.
Well, you should be, because if you didn't have your intestines, you wouldn't be able to digest. And then you'd look a bit of a fool. You'd look a fool without your intestines, wouldn't you? Shall I show you a diagram of your intestines? See how far the food has to travel? 4 miles at 1 mile an hour. This means that none of the food in your stomach is ever really fresh. It's all at least 4 hours old.
Fancy that!
No, I don't fancy that, thank you very much indeed. I do not fancy that in the least, thank you very much. I wish my intestines were shorter. Don't you wish your intestines were shorter?
Look, let's just forget about my intestines, shall we?
All right, on your own head be it. But I'll tell you an interesting fact. I'll tell you a really interesting fact. It's about the whale. Do you know the whale is not really a fish? It's an insect. And it lives on bananas.
The whale is an insect? I've never heard such rubbish.
I know, that was a joke. I made it up. It wasn't a fact, it was a joke. But I'll tell you what is a very interesting fact. It's about the grasshopper. The interesting fact about the grasshopper is its disproportionate leaping ability due to its powerful hind legs. Hop, hop, hop it goes all over arable land. That is land what is actually tilled by Arabs. And the interesting fact about your Arab is that he can live for a whole year on 1 grain of rice. Imagine that, a dirty big Arab living for a whole year on 1 grain of rice. It's incredible.
A whole year on 1 grain of rice?
No. It's the mosquito that can live for a whole year on 1 grain of rice. You wouldn't get a filthy, dirty, great 6-foot Arab living for a whole year on 1 grain of rice. For heaven's sake, your Arab needs 4 square meals a day. No, I get those two muddled up because they're next to each other in the dictionary.
What are?
Mosquitoes and mosques. But I'll tell you the really interesting fact about the grasshopper. Do you want to hear a really interesting fact about the grasshopper?
Nope.
Well, if the giraffe could leap pound for pound as high as the grasshopper, they'd avoid a lot of trouble.
Shall I tell you something? You're one of the most boring, tedious, uninteresting, monotonous, flatulent, flat-headed, cloth-eared, swivel-eyed, fornicating little gits I ever nailed on.
Is that a fact? How very interesting.
We're going to have a wee hoedown. country and western music from Big Bill Conley, the man who put the cunt in country music. And you see, when I was a wee boy, we used to have records at home, country and western records, and I loved them. They were all about people dying, and twins, babies and all that, dying in the snow outside churches and going to heaven. And it was great. I really loved it. I used to play them till the blood was coming out the dancette. And fantastic. And smashing, you know. And it was great. We'd sit there on these lovely Scottish nights. My granny would be lying on the carpet, you know. Yeah. Hoovering her belly button. Great fun. We made our own entertainment then, you see. And I thought, Jesus, I'd love to write one of those songs. So I listened to them all the country ones, and I thought, yeah, I can see it. I can see the recipe. You need death and plenty of it. Right. You need some unfortunate types scattered about, you know, guys with horrible things wrong with them and stuff. And you need the church, a good dose of religion, and a relative, preferably quite close. So I wrote one, and it was called My Mother Drowned in the Grotto at Lourdes. Because a hunchback pushed her in. And, yeah, a big hit in Poland. And so, but I took it to the agent, who wasn't too pleased, you know. The publisher, he said, oh, fuck off. Oh, come on, look, you know, it's being polite, you know, he spelled it P-H-U-Q. So, you know, because that tends to hurt people's feelings, and so I've tried to soften it up a bit. Now, look, I'd be overjoyed if you would sort of join in, you know, because basically I'm the world's first punk folk singer. Right, you ready? John Williams, eat your bloody heart out. Oh, my granny is a cripple in Nashville. London, sink of bohemian depravity. Yeah, my granny is a cripple in Nashville, friends. This story I tell you is true. One day she went out on her wheelchair, never knowing it had a loose screw. Well, friends, a wheel came off of that wheelchair, and on 3 wheels it trundled away, and it trundled right over the edge of a cliff in an old seaside town far away. Live at Wembley. Now the boy who was pushing that wheelchair, friends, was a little blind orphan called Joe. And he said, oh, where is my granny? And where did that damn wheelchair go? Well, he shot off to look for the wheelchair, but his sightless eyes led him astray, and he ran right over the edge of that cliff in that old seaside town far away. Adee-ole-ee, ole-ee, ole-ee. Well, somebody sent for a doctor, friends. And an ambulance too, it was called. And the people who lived in the neighborhood stood around and they cried, how they bawled, B-A-W-L-E-D. Well, there's no smut in this show, folks, it's a family show. Well, the doctor and the ambulance came rushing. They were rushing from two different ways, and they crashed with a biff and shot over the cliff in that old seaside town far away. Adee-ole-ee. Have a free woo and me. Well, they sent for brave Father Maloney to pray for the poor soul's repose. And he said, well, now that we're gathered here, good people, well, we might as well pray, I suppose. But too many people had gathered, and the edge of the cliff gave way, and they dropped with a yell. They all shot straight to hell in that old seaside town far away. Adee-ole-ee, ole-ee, ole-ee.
And welcome to another edition of How Do You Do It? Tonight, Will Bowes has come along to tell us how to play cricket. Hello, Will.
I'm Michael.
Now, you played for Gloucestershire for the last 11 years, Will.
Sussex, yes.
And I'm not too good on cricket facts myself, but I believe you've scored over 1,000 runs in your career.
58,000, yes.
And you also bowl ganglies.
Googlies.
How do you play cricket, Will?
Oh, well, Michael, the first requirement is a pitch, which is...
Can I stop you there, Will? Can I stop
yeah,
you?
sure.
What is a pitch?
Well, a pitch is a piece of ground, preferably flat, although I can think of quite a few that are sloping at all angles.
I see, yes. So the pitch needn't be flat.
Well, no, it's obviously better if it is flat, yes.
What do you do on the pitch, Will?
Well, you have what are called stumps.
Yes.
Now, these...
Can I interrupt you there, Will? Sorry. Who has the stumps?
Well, everyone has the stumps.
I see. So you all have stumps. What we really want to know now, Will, of course, is what do you do with the stumps when you've got them?
Well, you stick the stumps in the ground, you see.
Is the ground the same as the pitch?
Well, no, the ground is the whole playing area, and the pitch is the bit in the middle.
I see. So you don't stick your stumps in the pitch?
Yes, you do, yes.
You're getting as muddled as I am, aren't you, Will?
No, I'm not, no.
What happens now, Will?
Well, you have what are called bails.
Balls?
No, bails.
No, Will, I don't know much about cricket myself, but I think you'll find they're called balls.
No, you have 1 ball and 4 bails.
I see. So just clear this up, Will. So you have 4 bails in 1 over. Is that right?
No, that's balls. You have 6 balls. 6 balls in 1 over.
I see. So you were wrong about the bails.
No, I wasn't wrong about the bails.
Don't worry, Will. I'm always getting things wrong.
No, I wasn't wrong about the bails.
What are runs, Will?
No, I'm still going on about the bails.
Tell us about runs.
No, I want to talk about bails.
Shut up about the bails, Will. Tell us about the runs.
No, I want to talk about bails.
Are runs the same as...
I want to talk about bails, you hear?
Scores are
Like
totally
bails are
different.
interesting.
Yeah,
Bails!
I agree with the
That's the
same.
only accounting creative.
Well, that's all for this week. Next week on How Do You Do It, I'll be talking to the President of the Chinese People's Republic on how to rule 900 million people. Thanks.
Right, quiet. Ainsley. Babcock. Bland. Cart horse. Dint. Ellsworth Beast Major. Ellsworth Beast Minor. Fiat. German. Hemoglobin. Have a nut. Jones M. Jones N. Kosygin. Loud Hailer. Mattock. Nancy Boy Potter. Nibble. Come on, settle down. Orifice. Plectrum. Coins. Sediment. Soda. Tack. Tack. Under manager. Wicket. Williams Wicket. Williams Wycherley. Wycherley Wicket. Wycherley Williams. And Wycherley Williams. Wocket. Sob. Absent. All right, your essays. Discuss the contention that Cleopatra had the body of a roll-top desk and the mind of a duck. Oxford and Cambridge Board O-Level Paper 1976. Don't fidget, Bland. The answer, yes. Germs M, orifice, sediment and under manager. See me afterwards. Most of you, of course, didn't write nearly enough. Dint, your answer was unreadable. Put it away, plectrum. If I see it once more this period, plectrum, I shall have to tweak you. Do you have a solicitor? You're live, plectrum, so I shall tweak you anyway. See me afterwards to be tweaked. Yes, isn't life tragic? Don't sulk, boy, for God's sake. Has matron seen those boils? Bland German Nancy Boy Potter under manager cribbing. Under manager, answer upside down. Do you do it deliberately under manager? You're a moron under manager, what are you? A carbuncle on the backside of humanity. Don't snigger, Babcock. It's not funny. Antony and Cleopatra is not a funny play. If Shakespeare had meant it to be funny, he would have put a joke in it. There is no joke in Antony and Cleopatra. You know that if you read it, wouldn't you, Babcock? Pest. What play of Shakespeare's does have a joke in it, then? Anyone? The Comedy of Errors, for God's sake. The Comedy of Errors has the joke of two people looking like each other. Twice. It's not that funny, German. And the other Shakespearean joke is nibble. Nibble! Leave orifice alone. What a lot. Right, for the rest of this period, you will write about Enobarbus. Under manager, just try and write Enobarbus. Either way up, boy, I'm not bothered. Usual conditions, no conferring, no eating, no cheating, no looking out through windows, no slang, no slide rules. Use ink only, via a nib, if possible. You may use dividers, but not on each other. Kosygin, you're in charge.
Charles,
Yes, Penelope.
there's something I've got to tell you.
Yes, dear.
I've tried to put it off, hoping against hope that I was wrong. But I've been to the doctor and had all the tests and everything, and there can be no possible doubt about it any longer. I'm going to have a baby.
For goodness sake, Penelope, how many times do I have to tell you? It's not a baby, it's a balloon.
Charles, it is a baby.
It's a balloon, Penelope.
It's a baby, darling.
It's a balloon, Penelope.
It's a baby.
It's a balloon.
Prick.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of The Name's the Game, in which selected members of tonight's audience come up here are blindfolded by Susan and are then attacked by tonight's mystery celebrity, as usual. As usual, they have just 30 seconds to guess the identity of their mystery assailant. If they're successful, they win 2 weeks in a nursing home of their own choice. However, if the mystery celebrity manages to evade identification, he or she wins £200 in a brown envelope and not a word to the tax people. Now, let's get straight on the phone and meet tonight's contestant. Good evening. Good evening, madam, and your name is?
Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature.
Good evening, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature.
Good evening, Brian.
Yes, you have a very unusual name, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature.
Yes, I have a know. It's Simon.
Simon. Well, and who are you hoping to be attacked by tonight, Simon?
Well, I had hoped for Alistair Cook.
Oh, well, I wonder if you're going to be lucky. Now's the moment for the blindfold. Please, Susan, our special non-slip adhesive blindfold we use every episode more successfully than this. Are we ready? Yes, very good. Now, can you see anything, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature?
No, not a thing, Brian.
Very good, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature. So now's the moment we can all meet tonight's mystery assailant. No, it's not Alistair Cook. No. Good evening, mystery assailant. Good evening. Your assailant tonight is 5 foot 10.5 inches tall and male.
I understand.
Are you ready?
Yes,
And now, for the benefit of those listening at home, mystery assailant, please identify yourself.
My name is Mike Brearley. I'm captain of the England cricket team, and I shall be using a Nashi nipple. A Nashi nipple.
Not David Attenborough. Not Davis Healy. Not Tony Benn.
I know. Norman Scott.
It's not Norman Scott, no.
That case, it must be David Coleman.
Not David Coleman, no.
Peter West.
Peter West, Warmer. Not Brian Johnson, it's a Warmer.
A cricketer.
A cricketer.
Captain of the English cricket team.
It's the captain of the English cricket team. What's his name?
Kerry Parker.
Not Kerry Packer, come on.
Jeff Boycott.
Not Jeff Boycott.
And the other one, Mike Brearley.
28.5 seconds. Would you like to come back again next week? Well, that's all we have time for this evening. Good evening, madam, and your name is?
Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature.
Good evening, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature.
Good evening, Brian.
Thank you, our special non-slip adhesive blindfold. Can you see anything?
Yes,
now?
I still see a bit.
Can you see anything now, Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature?
No.
Good, right, now. Now's the moment we can meet tonight's mystery celebrity. Good evening, mystery celebrity. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
It is Alistair Cook,
The
isn't it?
mystery celebrity, please. 1 moment. Your assailant this evening is 5 foot 6 inches tall and male.
Oh, yes, I understand, Brian.
Are you ready?
Yes. Is it?
Oh! Yes.
Mystery assailant, please identify yourself.
Not David
My
Attenborough.
name is Clive Jenkins.
Not Lance Percival.
I'm a trade union organizer.
Not Warburton. No.
I plan to organise the world.
Not Dennis Healy. You're Warmer. Politician, nearly.
A well-known trade unionist.
Yes, a well-known trade unionist.
Sidney Wheel.
Not Sidney Wheel.
It feels like it could be Moss Evans.
Not Moss Evans. No.
Is he a moderate?
Are you a moderate? No.
Brian Jenkins!
Yes. Brian Jenkins. 19 seconds. Well done, Mrs. Yeti Ghost Creature. Would you like to come back again next week?
Oh, yes, please, Brian.
Well, that's all for tonight. Thank you.
This is Anna Ford on top of Mrs. Yeti Ghost Creature, London.
In that case, it must be Robin Day!
Not Robin Day, but John Warmer. John Warmer with Robin Day.
It's a well-known television celebrity!
Well-known television celebrity.
Sandy Gore!
Not Sandy Gore, but very hot, very close. I'll give you a hint.
Yes?
He's female.
Richard Baker!
Not Richard Baker.
And Richard Baker's wife!
Not Richard Baker's wife.
The Ripper! Andrew the Ripper!
No, nearly very near.
Christ! Austin Morris! Adam Morris! Hammer Ford!
Mrs. Yeti Goose Creature has been described as the most trodden-on artist of the 20th century. She's been violently trodden on by Picasso, Paris, Dempster, Herbert von Karajan, Amy Carter, and now, definitively we hope, by me, Marvin Bragg.
He's in the arts, yes, he's in the arts.
And Michael Aspel!
No, he's not Michael Aspel. He's very well known.
Is he really well known?
Very well known.
Oh, it can't be Melvin Bragg!
It is. Melvin Bragg in just 28 and a half seconds. Do you want to come back next week?
Oh, yes, please, Ron!
Very good. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Our thanks to Melvin Bragg for being the mystery assailant tonight. See you all again next week. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to another edition of yet another quiz game, and this time, State Your Claim. And, first this evening we have with us Mr. Norman Bowles of Gravesend, who claims he wrote all Shakespeare's works. Mr. Bowles, I understand that you claim you wrote all those plays normally attributed to William Shakespeare.
That is correct. I wrote all his plays, and my wife and I wrote his sonnets.
Mr. Bowles, these plays are known to have been performed in the early 17th century. How old are you, Mr. Bowles?
43.
Well, how is it possible for you to have written plays performed over 300 years before you were born?
Yes. Well, this is where my claim falls to the ground. There's no way of answering that particular argument. I'm afraid I was only hoping that you would not make that particular point. But I can see that you're more than a match for me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bowles. Thank you very much for coming along tonight. Thank you.
I hope you brought a toothbrush. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is now my duty to advise you on how you should vote when you retire from this court. In the last few weeks, we've all heard some pretty extraordinary allegations being made about one of the prettiest, about one of the most distinguished politicians ever to rise to high office in this country, or not, as you may think. We have heard, for example, from Mr. Bex Bissell, who by his own admission is a liar, a humbug, a hypocrite, a vagabond, a loathsome spotted reptile. And a self-confessed chicken strangler. You may choose, if you wish, to believe the transparent tissue of odious lies which streamed on and on from his disgusting, greedy, slavering lips. That is entirely a matter for you. Then we have been forced to listen to the pitiful whining of Mr. Norma St. John Scott. A scrounger, parasite, pervert, a worm, a self-confessed player of the pink oboe. A man or woman who by his or her own admission chews pillows. It will be hard to imagine, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, a more discredited and embittered man, a more unreliable witness upon whose testimony to convict, a man you may rightly think should have become Prime Minister of this country or President of the world. You may, on the other hand, choose to believe the evidence. Of Mrs. Scott, in which case I can only say that you need psychiatric help of the type provided by the excellent Dr. Gleedle. On the evidence of the so-called hitman, Mr. Olivia Newton-John, I would prefer to draw a discreet veil. He is, as we know, a man with a criminal past, but I like to think no criminal future. He is a piece of slimy refuse. Unable to carry out the simplest murder plan without cocking it up. To the distress of many. On the other hand, you may think Mr. Newton-John is one of the most intelligent, profound, sensitive and saintly personalities of our time. That is entirely a matter for you. I now turn to the evidence about the money. It is not contested by the defense that enormous sums of money flowed towards them in unusual ways. What happened to that money, we shall never know. But I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that there are a number of totally innocent ways in which that £20,000 could have been spent. Or 2 tickets for a visa. A centre court seat at Wimbledon. Or Mr. Thrope may have decided simply to blow it all on a flutter on the Derby. That is his affair, and it is not for us to pry. It will be a sad day for this country when a leading politician cannot spend his election expenses in any way he sees fit. One further point. You will probably have noticed that 3 of the defendants have very wisely chosen to exercise their inalienable right not to go into the witness box to answer a lot of impertinent questions. I will merely say that you are not to infer from this anything other than that they consider the evidence against them so flimsy that it was scarcely worth their while to rise from their seats and waste their breath denying these ludicrous charges. In closing, I would like to pay a personal tribute to Mr. Thrope's husband, Miriam, who has stood by him throughout this long and unnecessary ordeal. I know you'll join with me in wishing them well for a long and happy future. And now, being mindful of the fact that the Prudential Cup begins on Saturday, putting all such thoughts from your mind, you are now to retire, as indeed should I. You are now to retire, carefully to consider your verdict of not guilty.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, sir. Welcome to the National Cheese Emporium.
Thank you very much, my good man.
What can I do for you, son?
Well, I was just sitting in the public library in Thurman Street just now, skimming through Rogue Herries by Hugh Walpole, when I suddenly came over all peckish.
Peckish, sir?
Esurient.
Hey?
Yeah, we're all hungry like.
Hungry.
Hungry. In a nutshell. So I thought to myself, a little fermented curd will do the trick. So I curtailed my Walpoling activities, sallied forth and infiltrated your place of purveyance to negotiate the vending of some cheesy comestibles.
Come again?
I want to buy some cheese!
Sorry, I thought we'd come to complain about the bouzouki player.
Oh, good heavens, no, I'm one who delights in all manifestations of the Terpsichorean muse.
Sorry?
I like a nice dance, you Falston.
Oh. So, you can go on playing, can you?
Oh, certainly, yes. Now, my good man, some cheese, if you please.
Yes, indeed, sir. What would you like?
Well, how about a little red Leicester?
Oh, I'm afraid we're fresh out of Red Leicester, sir.
No matter, how are you on Tilsit?
Oh, never have any at the end of the week, sir. Always get it fresh on Monday.
Tish. Never mind. Well then, stout yeoman, 4 ounces of Cavinny, if you please.
Ah, it's been on order for 2 weeks, sir. Well, I was expecting it in this morning.
Not my lucky day, is it? Bell Paese?
Sorry.
Red Windsor?
Normally say yes, but Today the van broke down.
Stilton? Emmental? Gruyere? Any Norwegian Jarlsberger, perchance?
Nope.
Liptar? Lancashire? White Stilton? Danish Blue? Double Gloucester? Cheshire? Dorset Blue Villy, perhaps? Roquefort? Pont l'Evêque? Port Salut? Savoyard? Tom de Savoie? Carré de l'Est? Brest-Bleu? Boursin? Boursault? Brie? Camembert?
Ah, we do have some camembert, sir.
You do? X.
Right, it's a bit runny, sir.
Oh, I like it, Ronnie.
Actually, it's very runny, sir.
No matter, fetch hither le camembert de la belle France.
I think it's much more runny than you like it, sir.
I don't care how fucking runny it is, hand it over with all speed.
Yes, sir. Oh!
What now?
The cat's eaten it.
Has he?
She, sir.
Gouda?
No.
Edam?
No.
Caithness?
No.
Austrian smoked cheese?
No.
Japanese sage derby?
No.
You do have some cheese.
Oh, yes, sir. This is a cheese shop, so we've got...
No, don't tell me. Well, I'm keen to guess.
Fair enough.
Wensleydale.
Yes, sir.
Yes, well, I'll have some of that then, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were talking to me. That's my name, sir. Arthur Wensleydale.
Greek feta cheese?
Not as such.
Roquefort?
No.
Gorgonzola?
No.
Parmesan? Mozzarella?
No.
Pippo? Creme? Danish Finbo cheese? Czechoslovakian goat's milk cheese?
No.
Venezuelan beaver cheese, perhaps?
Not today, sir.
How about cheddar?
Don't get much call for it round here, sir.
Not much call for it! It's the single most popular cheese in the world!
Not round these parts, sir.
And what, pray, is the most popular cheese round these parts?
Ilchester, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir. Quite staggeringly popular in the Manor Square.
Is it?
Oh, yes. #1 bestseller.
I see. Ilchester, eh?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm game. Have you got any? He asked, expecting the answer no. No. It's not much of a cheese shop, is it, really?
Finest in the district, sir.
Explain, pray, the logic underlying that conclusion.
Why, it's so clean.
Well, it's certainly uncontaminated by cheese.
You haven't asked me about Limburger, sir?
Is it worth it?
Could be.
All right. Have you got a... Will you stop it? Bloody nonsense!
Told you so.
Have you got any Limburger?
No.
No, that's predictable, really. I can see that one comes from an act of purest optimism to pose that question in the first place. Do you, in fact, have any cheese here at all?
Yes, sir.
Really?
No.
None.
No scrap.
Now, I'm going to ask you again, and if you tell me that you haven't got any cheese here at all, I'm going to kill you. You understand? Now, do you have any cheese in this shop at all?
No.
What a senseless waste of human life. Thank you.
Oh. You think if you say please, you can get anything you want?
No, I don't. I just think you're being ridiculously prudish, that's all.
I thought we both agreed to wait.
Oh, my God, but I mean, this is the 20th century, and we are engaged after all.
Oh, John, it's just as hard for me to wait as it is for you.
I know. I mean, are you afraid about, what people are going to say?
No, it just doesn't seem right, that's all. Oh, for heaven's sake, John. Listen, after we're married, you can sleep with anyone you want. But until then, you sleep with me. Understand?
Very possible indeed, eh?
Aye. You can't beat a good glass of Chateau de Chasselet, eh, Josiah?
Hey, you're right there, Obadiah. Oh.
Who'd have thought 40 years ago we'd be sitting here drinking Chateau de Chasselet?
Aye. In them days, we're glad to have the price of a cup of tea.
Aye, a cup of cold tea.
Aye.
Without milk or sugar?
Or tea.
Aye, in a cracked cup and all.
We never had a cup. We used to drink out of a rolled-up newspaper.
Best we could do was to suck on a piece of damp cloth.
But we were happy in those days, though we were poor.
Because we were poor. My old dad used to say to me, money doesn't buy you happiness, son.
He was right.
Right, well.
I was happier then. We had nothing. We used to live in a tiny old tumble-down house with great holes in the roof.
A house? You were lucky to have a house. We used to live in one room, 26 of us, no furniture, and half the floor was missing. Huddled in one corner for fear of falling.
Well, you were lucky to have a room. We used to have to live in corridor.
Oh, we used to dream of living in a corridor. Would have been a palace to us. We used to live in an old water tank at a rubbish tip. Got woke up every morning by having a load of rotting fish dumped all over us. House?
Well, when I say house, it were only a hole in the ground covered by a couple of foot of torn canvas, but it were a house to us.
We were evicted from our hole in the ground. We had to go and live in the lake.
You were lucky to have a lake. There were 150 of us living in a shoebox in the middle of motorway.
Cardboard box?
Aye.
You were lucky. We lived for 3 months in a rolled-up newspaper in a septic tank. We used to have to get up at 6 every morning, clean the newspaper, eat a crust of stale bread, go to work down the mill 14 hours a day, week in, week out, for 6 months a month, and when we got home, our dad would thrash us to sleep with his belt.
Luxury. We used to have to get out the lake at 3 a.m., clean the lake, eat a handful of hot gravel, work 20 hours a day at the mill for 2 a month, come home, and Dad would beat us about the head and neck with a broken bottle if we were lucky.
Well, of course, we had it tough. We used to have to get up out of shoebox in the middle of the night and lick the road clean with our tongues. We had half a handful of cold gravel, worked 24 hours a day at the mill for 4 months every 6 years, and when we got home, our dad would slice us in two with bread knife.
Right. I used to get up in the morning at 10:30 at night, half an hour before I went to bed. Eat a lump of freezing cold poison, work 28 hours a day at mill and pay mill owner to let us work there. And when I got home, our dad used to murder us in cold blood each night and dance about on our graves singing Hallelujah.
Now you try and tell the young people of today that, and they won't believe you.
No.
I stole? You never stole anything in your life. I stole the tune for this from Rolf Harris. I did. Serves him bloody right. Oh, I spent an astounding afternoon once in New York on a radio station, being interviewed by a cretin called Joey somebody. And I thought he'd no face, because he would ask you a question, when you went to answer, he'd look at a book of jokes and he was bald. I thought, fuck, where's your nose going? I was going to draw a wee face in his head. Rolf Harris was also on the programme, and Miss America, if you can imagine. The highlight of her year as Miss America was meeting the President's dog, for Christ's sake. But poor Rolf sat there with his didgeridoo and his wobble board. The guy has yet to ask him what they were. But this is for you, Rolf. And it's for everybody in the Glasgow Royal Infirmary. That is, everybody in there through injuries sustained falling down the steps of the Central Police Station in Glasgow. Poor guys lying in hospital. They never seem to detect a footprint in the arse. I like meeting people. Do you ever watch careers programmes on television? I love it. I like meeting people, yes. I don't want to be in a stuffy office, I like meeting people. It's bristling with guns. I like meeting people. I bet you do, you bastard, eh? But here you go. Right, chorus. This is a chorus, too, also. Oh, two little boys had two little toys, a whistle and a helmet blue. When they were wee, it was plain to see what they'd grow up into. They were kicking other wains, bashing in their brains, and shopping everybody too. It was him. They didn't reform, now they're in uniform. They're two little boys in blue. Do you think I could leave you lying when I can lie my arse off too? If somebody squawks in the witness box, I'll cover up for you. I'll tell a pack of lies, pull the wool over their eyes, the way the sergeant taught us to. Before you count to three, we'll be off scot-free. We're two little boys in blue. Hey, topical all of a sudden. Now the duty sergeant said, tuck the prisoners into bed. But before you take the cocoa through, keep them in the cells and hit them where it tells. But don't leave them black and blue. You can kick them on the balls, bounce their heads off the walls, bash them on the kidneys too. Beat them on the legs and thighs, but don't give them black eyes, or you'll be a prisoner too. Do you think I could leave you somebody squawks, if somebody squawks in the witness box, I'll cover up for you. Tell a pack of lies, I'll tell a pack of lies, pull the wool over their eyes, the way the sergeant taught us to. Before you count to 3, we'll be off scot-free. We're 2 little boys in blue. So if you see them on the beat, as they swagger down your street, here's a piece of advice for you. Don't trust your luck. Turn round, run like clappers from the 2 little boys. Do you think I could leave you lying when I can lie the ass off to you? If somebody squawks in the witness box, I'll cover up for you. I'll tell the pack of lies, pull the wool over their eyes. The sergeant taught us to. Before you count to 3, we'll be off scot-free. How we're the 2 little boys in blue. Thank you very much.
Who will it be, this end of which you have spoken, Brother Annam?
How will it be? Well, it'll be as 'twere a mighty rending in the sky, and the mountains shall sink and the valleys shall rise, and great will be the tumult thereof, I should think.
Will the veil of the temple be rent in twain?
The veil of the temple's always rather dodgy, but should be rent in twain about 2 minutes before we see the sign of the flying manifest dancing on the seraphim.
And will there be a mighty wind then?
Certainly there'll be a mighty wind if the word of God is anything to go by.
Will this wind be so mighty as to lay low the mountains of the earth?
Can't hear a blind word to say. You're speaking too softly for the human ear, which is what I'm equipped with. Could you speak a little louder, please?
About this wind.
It's no better, is it? Ask you to speak louder and you speak softer. A strange reaction from a follower. Or perhaps I'm very old-fashioned. Perhaps I'm very old-fashioned expecting you to speak louder.
Yes, you are.
Come along. We haven't got all day till the end of the war. Get along with it.
Will this wind?
We've heard that. We've all heard, will this wind, thank you very much. Will this wind, what is what we want to hear? What will this wind? You don't want to hear, will this wind again? Don't say, will this wind again? That'd be a very tedious experience. What will this wind?
Will this wind?
Will this wind
be so mighty
as to lay low
the
mountains
of the earth?
Will this wind be so mighty as to lay low the mountains of the earth? No. This is why we have come up on the mountain, to be safe from it, you stupid git. Up here on the mountain we shall be safe as houses. of the houses? Well, naturally, they'll all be swept away and consumed in the fire, which is dancing on the Jeroboams, and serve them bloody well right, as far as I'm concerned.
When will it be, this thing of which we have spoken? When?
Yes, all right. About shut up. In about 30 seconds' time, according to the very ancient pyramidic scrolls.
Perhaps we better compose ourselves.
Yes, indeed. Prepare for the end of the world. 30 seconds.
Have you brought the picnic mat?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now is the end. Perish the world. It was GMT, wasn't it? Well, not quite the conflagration we've been banking on. Never mind, lads. Same time tomorrow. Same time tomorrow, then.